Howdy! This is movie Barricade. There is debate over whether he died in the movie or whether he survived and will be appearing in the sequel. I hope it's the latter because he was a pretty cool spy actually. Barricade's alt mode is a first for a Decepticon. A police car, but the model is that of a Saline Mustang. Here's Alternator's wheeljack for a quick comparison. From a close inspection, you'll notice that the designs are relatively similar. The alt mode has a very solid feel to it. No robot extras stick out awkwardly, and the proportions are perfect. The colour scheme, while appropriate for an evil character, is still recognisable on a police car. The clear plastic used for the flasher bar and headlights adds to the realism. He also has plenty of paint detailings on him, including the famous "to punish and enslave" statement at the rear. The Legends version also has a great vehicle mode, particularly with the proportions and paint detailing. It's mainly the reason why this is one of the few Legends figures that's worth tracking down. The transformation is mostly simple, though the arms are a little finicky to press into the sides when going back to vehicle mode. There's no true automorph, but when you fold forward the grille, out comes a miniature Frenzy figure. There's Frenzy. The same facts apply to the Legends version too. But without a microscopic Frenzy coming out. The robot mode isn't as good as the vehicle form, but it's still decent. The main problems I have with it revolve around the arms. Since they're made up from the sides of the police car, they're rather flat. But claws are moulded in at the end of each arm, and they can be opened in a couple of places. Like so. The left arm has a spring-loaded punch gimmick, but it can be hard to activate sometimes. And even when you finally do activate it, it's rather weak. Barricade still looks cool though. His proportions and head design create a fittingly evil vibe. The mold detailing is good, with a few paint taps to break up the dull black colour scheme. His articulation is fair, but the waist connection and jointing in his legs make him hunchbacked, and thus a little overbalanced. I also wish his waist would connect more solidly to his torso too. The frenzy figure that comes with him isn't that much to look at really. He has minimal articulation, and the only paint detailing on him is the red on his optics. I consider him more of a bonus than anything. The Legends version of Barricade also has flat arms, but they have no movement at the elbows. And even more so than the Deluxe, he's hunchbacked because of his knee jointing. Still, it's worth getting. As for the Deluxe, while it has its flaws, it's a good and recommended figure, especially if the idea of a Decepticon police car tickles your fancy. That's all for now. The 1974 movie Bumblebee is next for reviewing, but until then, till all are one.